Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to see about the crash safety consideration for the electrical vehicles. So let us discuss in the upcoming slides. So if you take the crash safety when compared to IC engine, we should have more protection when we compare to the IC engines. Since this EV vehicles contains batteries which is more and more dangerous than the conventional IC engine. So we need to consider many factors while we are designing or while we are manufacturing the EVs. So the first and foremost thing is the center of gravity. So normally the EV, the placement of battery normally it is in underneath of the vehicle, where the this low center of gravity which is provided by the battery placement significantly reduces the rollover risk of our vehicle, and also it enhances the stability during the emergency turnings or the maneuvers, right? And also the reinforcement protection has been given in addition to the existing vehicle in order to make sure that during an accident or during any emergency situations, the battery should not blast or battery should not get punctured. So in order to reduce that, it has good reinforced protection. So these are some factors related to the weight in the EVs. So while we are truly depending upon the batteries for the power source for our EVs, so it increases the weight of the vehicle to 30 to 50 percentage. And the second thing is that increasing the weight, it also increases the safety as it increases the safety in for the occupants. It enhances the occupant safety, and then this the lighter vehicle occupants and vulnerable road users face the heightened injury risk in the collision scenario. So these are some weight factors. There are some advantages and disadvantages with that placement of battery underneath the vehicles. So in this slide, we will discuss about the safety related to the batteries. So the first is the thermal runway. So thermal runway is one of the most important thing, because if a battery will get puncture or get any damage, there will be a thermal runway which in turn blast or create severe problem to the car immediately when compared to the IC engines. And then this lithium ion battery, it undergoes comprehensive testing for crash impact, fire resistance and environmental hazard assessment before getting into the market. So crash impact, they mainly check the thermal runway or the overall protection of the particular batteries, the fire resistance and the environmental hazards during the disposal. So this is one of the case study. So during the so this is a really I mean this has happened during the initial stages of EVs. So here in Tesla, there is a model called Tesla S. So what happened is the Tesla is impacted into the accident in the road. A small debris just crashed on the underneath of the battery where the battery is placed. On that time, there is not that much safety in the battery area. So what it has done is it has punctured that particular area in the battery. So initially there is no there is a simple crash, a small problem. But what happened is they took that particular vehicle into that junkyard. It started catching the fire due to the thermal runway. So due to that particular thermal runway, it started catching fire. So even the fire department of that particular country in USA, they're not able to manage EV fires because it is very new to them, the fire catcher in the EV cars. So they face more difficult, and finally now they have a separate department for EV fire problems. So these are some risk or disadvantages related to the electrical passages in EVs, since high voltage has been involved for the vehicle running. So we need to see many things into the take many things into the account. So first thing is the automatic shutdown. If there is any problem, since high voltage has been involved, so if there is any leakages of the current or any problem, the automatic shutdown to be initiated in order to prevent the problems. And the user or the technician or the people should be trained in the EV in such a manner that if there is emergency, they need to respond without any hesitation. And the damaged batteries may also gives I mean they may also it leaks the electrical. So we need to ensure that the battery is in a good conditions. So it's in this slide we'll discuss about the regenerative braking and reduced maintenance enhanced safeties. So regenerative braking is nothing but converting the useful the waste brake energy into the useful electrical energy. So when we stop the vehicle, the kinetic energy it just wasted when we apply the brake. So what regenerative braking does is it converts that particular waste kinetic energy into a useful electrical energy. So extended brake life. So this regenerative braking it extends the brake life by just taking that particular kinetic energy, reduces the worn outing of the brake pads and its mechanical reliability, and also it's cost effective, and also it provides safeties. And the main key advantage of EV is the silent operations. So EV produce very less noise when compared to the IC engine, so it feels more comfort while riding the vehicles. So the crash safety innovations and future outlook. So the first and foremost consideration is the enhanced protection, since the first and foremost thing is the protection of the batteries. So the outlay of the battery should be protected in the way that it should not get punctured, or it should not have a thermal runaway during any clashes. And integration of ADAS into the existing EV it makes the vehicle more and more smarter. And then fixing the regulations or standards all across the globe, or at least in a level of India, we can follow the safety norms in a standard way. So this is the mind map of this particular topic for a better understanding. So the crash safety consideration, first we need to see the structural reinforcement of the batteries, the emergency response that for both driver and during the maintenance time, and occupant protection, the thermal management in batteries, the battery pack design, and finally the airbag system. So these are things that need to be considered in EV for during the crash. So that's all about this video. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you.